Hey, what's up, garden friends? Welcome to the garden. Today we're having a fun little video all about growing potatoes. They're easy to grow. It's a wonderful plant. I love harvesting them and eating them. I think we've got about 5 or 6 different varieties planted right now throughout the garden in several different rows. Really, it's a great time of year for it because we're kind of exiting the cool season and entering the warm season. And so right now with the spring weather, they're just absolutely going nuts. They're growing a ton right now. We even had a pretty late season frost that did a little bit of damage to them, but you know what? You can't even see the damage on them anymore. They've already pushed past all that. They're growing like gangbusters right now. And I feel like potatoes are an easy plant to be successful with. If you've never grown them, I highly suggest you give them a try. It's really all about getting them in a spot that gets a lot of sun. You know, you want rich, loose, healthy, fertile soil, proper spacing. We give these ones about 12 to 18 inches apart. We did do some in a couple single rows in a trench, and then this one right here in front of me, you can see is in a double row where they're kind of staggered. Both we'll take a look at. Both look like they're doing really well. With the single row, you have the advantage of it being nice and easy to plant, and they're really easy to take care of because it's all lined up. But with the double row, I feel like you're kind of utilizing as much as you can of the space, and it's still pretty easy to take care of them. Today, I'm going to show you what hilling looks like. If you ever heard about potatoes, they're kind of interesting where you can actually hill up against their stems. Not so much their leaves. Really don't want to bury the leaves too much. I've actually waited. They're growing a little bit. I got the students coming over a little later to help me out, so I'm just going to do a little bit right now to show you what I'm talking about. And really what it's all about is bringing soil up against those stems, because that's how we're going to get more potatoes. So how these potatoes grow, you can see I got some right here, is when you plant your first seed potato, all your new potatoes that are going to develop from this plant, they're all going to develop above that original seed potato. None of them are going to grow below. They're all going to develop above it. And so to induce more of that, more root growth and more tuber growth off those roots, we want that soil to be exposed right against the stems, and that'll hopefully help induce more potato growth. Right, I said, like right above that original seed potato. So we want as many potatoes as possible. We've amended the soil, added lots of compost. Like I said, we planted them about a month ago. The weather right now, it took a while. We waited for them to chit up, and then we planted them a couple inches below the soil. And so now they've been sprouting up, but it took a little while because it was so cool in February. Now it's March, things are warming up really quick. And so you can tell that just the temperature of the soil really has a great effect on their growth. Now that it's warming up, they're just gonna go nuts. And so they'll probably be ready hopefully around May, right that last month of school. And so to get to that point, we wanna make sure we take good care of them. So we're gonna feed the soil, but today we're gonna do a little quick demo on how to do some proper hilling. So let's take a look. All right, so you can see on the left here, we have a single row, or we kind of did in a trench style, where we kind of just cut out a big trench, threw some taters down, covered them with just a few inches, but they were actually well below the natural surface level of the soil. They're now emerged past it, and so what we want to do is just gently bring some of this soil back against their stems. Like I mentioned earlier, we don't really want to be burying up too many leaves. We just want to be surrounding those stems gently with some fresh organic matter. So I'm going to go up one side really quickly. This traditional style hoe here works great because it's not really reducing the damage. If you have to, you can shake off some of that excess dirt, but you really want to get it into that crown, get it right around those stems that you're seeing that are developing. We've noticing them develop more and more each day. And so, especially with the weather we've been having, it's high 70s. I think we even got into low 80s maybe today. So it's nice and toasty. They're liking that. And so I'm just going to gently kind of drag it in and bring it right against their stems. Like I said, I don't want to bury up too many good leaves. I want those leaves out in the sunshine, doing their job, photosynthesizing. Because really, what's going to create all those potatoes is a nice healthy plant with healthy branches and healthy leaves. So now I'm going to hop to the other side here and just kind of drag some back from this side as well, because it's just good to get it from both sides of that plant. Kind of recollapsing in this trench that we started, and that's really going to be big, do good things for us. Like I said, we want more potatoes. Don't want to cover up the leaves, definitely want more. So now to my right, or to your right, my left, you can see we did like a double row where it's staggered. Most of them have popped up. There's one here that's just now kind of, he's slow to the off the gate, but really with this, same thing. We're just going to drag our hoe and push our hoe around and push that soil where we want it and cover up those branches, or cover up those stems more likely. Cover them stems up, but leave the leaves. They're going to grow more, and then we're going to hill more eventually. We'll wait another week or so, and we'll keep an eye on it as it grows. But really, just a matter of pulling that soil back against those stems. Oh, get that out of there so that plant can grow. That little slow guys. Like I said, most of our seed potatoes did really well. I think out of like well over a couple hundred, or I think maybe 150 that we planted, something like that. Only 2 or 3 really didn't do too great. Maybe like, well, actually only this one right here really. So they do really well. If you get certified disease-free seed potatoes, and you're almost always going to have success. Not 100%, but dang near close. So that's really what it's all about. Just bring that soil up against those stems. Don't hurt, don't step on your plants. You really want to give them space. But as you hill up around them, that's really going to just help the whole process, because we want lots of potatoes. But that's really how we do it. I don't want to do too much work out here because I got the students coming. I have a lot more rows of these potatoes to go. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. It's so great to have people here sharing in the garden fun. We will come back to these potatoes when we do the harvest. Like I said, we have several rows that aren't on camera today, and they all look great. These are just the 2 that we showed off today, but we have, like I said, 5, 6 varieties, you know, different colors, different styles of potatoes. So hopefully this harvest goes as to plan. You know, with everything with growing, there's always a chance for failure, but hopefully the chances towards success are much greater than that. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna go hang out and play with my ladybugs and get ready for those kids to show up. Let them get some of this work done. Until next time, garden friends, happy gardening to you all. Please never stop growing, and get out in that garden and go have some fun. Hey, and grow some taters if you haven't before, because it's a lot of fun and it's pretty cool, and it's a great time. Take care, everybody.